Yo, what's up, everybody? This is Heat Override, and I'm back, ready to bring the pain for Married with DFS for Week 5. Yo, last week was crazy. I seen some posts on Twitter, and we'll get to that. So first, let's kick it. Woo! What's going on, everybody? Ow! Yeah. Well, last week was crazy. Somebody posted on Twitter that they scored 18.9 points, and this dude had like D-Hop. I mean, he had Thielen. I mean, this guy, he was stacked. It was like the best, worst team ever. Totally insane. So with that being said, along with a bunch of vulture touchdowns, Week 4 was kind of a crazy week. You either hit or you didn't. You finished in the middle. I thought the payouts are pretty low because of all the players that a lot of people go after the big guns. You know, so like McCaffrey saved you. If you had Cook, you got cooked. Zeke, yuck. And it just, a lot of it, like Mark Ingram, didn't work out. That whole thing with Connor and Jalen Samuels, ugh. I mean, who saw that coming? It was so weird. So, you know, there was a lot to be learned from it, but it's also, when I'm talking to you, I'm giving you different ideas that I'm trying to convey through these players that I give. So, when we're looking at all of these players, and I say, let's go with Tom Brady, then you know that if you're paying up, you have to pay down somewhere else. Either it be defense and tight end, or if you get a low-end running back and go 4 receivers with that flex included, or if you just go 3 running backs in the flex, of course, and go a cheap receiver and a cheap flex running back. You know, so we got a few of those people for you this week. I want to make sure that you know we're going to bring the pain for you every week. You, yeah! So let's start it off. Week 5, DraftKings Classic, Sunday only. So quarterbacks, you know, we got Lamar Jackson, 7,100. That's definitely what you want to look at. But, I mean, they're probably going to stomp on Pittsburgh. But it's in Pittsburgh, so let's remember that. All right? And Pittsburgh's defense is getting to the quarterback. So if at any point they make him completely unhinged, then you are going to make out if you don't play him. I mean, there's going to be a lot of people on him, so, you know, do what you do. Number 1, Tom Brady at Washington, 6,500. He did nothing for you last week. He was actually on that worst lineup ever. But what he can do for you is get things ready and set you up. If he doesn't play his whole game, it doesn't matter. As long as he gets a few quick touchdowns, a Josh Gordon bomb, or anything else, then you'll be fine. But outside of that, you got to think about, you know, do you really want to pay that? And I don't. Number 2, Jameis Winston, coming off of shellacking the Rams. And, I mean, he's hot right now. But we all know this scenario. He is going into New Orleans. So, I'd be very scared about that. New Orleans ain't playing hard, and they at home. And they're really trying to not lose any games until Drew gets back. They're playing it like Drew was there. So, think about that. Number 3, Carson Wentz. Man, this dude is just simply, he's either like 18 to 28 points every week. He had his little down week last week. Up week, it don't matter, man. This dude gets it done. He's finally coming up in price. And what's even better about this is, like, it's still 61. It's not bad, but he is catching up there. Number 4, Matt Ryan. He's at Houston. This is going to be a shootout. Everybody's talking about it. And he's 5,900. That's a hell of a price. Right? I mean, people, come on, man. Come on, man. Ah! These people. Oh, my God. Yeah. I mean, that's it. Number 5. You ready for this? Teddy Bridgewater at home. Tampa Bay showed that their defense really isn't that good. The Rams did drop 40 on them, right? And the Rams are just acting stupid right now. New Orleans is not, okay? Sean Payton's going to go for the juggler. Teddy Bridgewater, 5,200. Get him in your lineups. Okay, you got Hopkins and Julio Jones. Same game, going to be a shootout. Hopkins has been getting stopped, but Houston's giving up a lot. So Julio Jones is my number one receiver, 7,700. Don't forget about Mike Evans. He was down. They're going to be throwing. They're at New Orleans. 7,100. Godwin, 6,900. Flip a coin. It don't really matter. I always like the big guys because, if they're going to play this game, and I'm thinking that the New Orleans Saints will win this game, they're going to have to start throwing it to Mike Evans. The running backs, I'm pretty sure, are going to be taken out of this game, but they might sneak a touchdown out of one or both of them. You'll get to it. Number 3, Adam Thielen just got literally pissed. So he was angry. The Vikings are angry. The record is angry. And they're going to destroy the Giants. Literally. Like, this is going to be too much for them. Like, I don't see how the Giants can win this game. Like, the Vikings are literally pissed. Cousins is pissed. It's just not a good recipe. 6,700, that ain't bad. That's a lot cheaper. It's 1,000 off Julio. Number 4, Michael Thomas, $6,600. 9 catches, 95 yards, 13 catches. What do you want, man? This dude is going to get the ball no matter what. He can get 2 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns. He don't need touchdowns. He does need to go over 100, though. But he's 66, and people might not be on him, or they might be on him. Alshon Jeffrey, 5,900. This dude is getting it done. The Eagles are continuously making statements with this man, okay? And they got to win, and they got an easy week. The Jets ain't going to roll over for him, but Philly should win this game easily. It should be a little bit of the running. The Jets are kind of strong against that. So you're going to see a lot of throwings. So Ertz, you could even think about Aguilar at this point. So going over to tight ends, Zach Ertz, number 1, $6,000. I'd pay $6,000 for him. You could flip a coin, but he's not really getting into the touchdown. That Dallas Goedert shit last week. Come on, man. We got number 2, Darren Waller. $5,000, and all they do is just throw this guy the ball. Literally, throw him the ball all game. So, the 5,000's a lot, but he starts throwing some touchdowns in there. But Chicago ain't going to play that. They're on the road, but they ain't going to play that. They're going to take that out. Number 3, Jimmy Graham. He's heating up. He's looking good. Aaron Rodgers is looking good. Dallas is a little pissed. Green Bay thinks they're hot. They took a little check on the chin. So they're going to be throwing 4,300. People might not be on Jimmy Graham. So check that. Plus, with Devontae Adams out, there's going to be targets distributed to other receivers. Think about that. Or tight ends. Number 4, it's the Arizona Cardinals. Tyler Eifert, 3,300 against Arizona. That's a hell of a price. I like that. That's my style. Last week I went outside of my box and played a lot of George Kittle. The yards were there. The touchdowns weren't. I was left behind. I should play down. I did on some of my good lineups that cashed out last week. But sometimes, man, a 5,600 on a tight end, that's why I don't like paying that. You get them 5 for 56 and you're screwed. You're screwed. Number 5, Jared Cook. Tampa Bay, going to be open. He's getting the targets. He can get a touchdown for you. A lot of people won't be on him. I'm not going to be on him, but I wanted to write him up because, the Saints are really going to get this game, and Tampa Bay, they're in over their heads. That's why I think they're going to lose. That's why I don't really like Jameis, but you know what? I wouldn't mind seeing the Saints lose, so go Tampa Bay. Defense, Patriots, whatever. Washington, 4,300. But I like that Colt McCoy's in there. He's actually a quarterback, not like Haskins, okay? Number 2, I just think the Eagles crush. Okay, Bell's going to get the carries and stuff, maybe slow this game down, but ultimately, 3,700, you save 600 over the Patriots. I think Philly gets a turnover and takes it back to the house, man. This Folk guy, man, quarterback situation is atrocious. All right, number 3, I went a little bit, 2,600 Panthers. They're at home. If you look, the Panthers get a little bit of points. And Gardner Minshew is going to come down eventually, throw a pick 6, 2,600. Why not? You won't get crazy? Steelers, 2,100. Why? Look what happened last week. If that Steeler defense does, and I know that was the Bengals, but the Steelers have been getting close. Just because they didn't get close to Tom Brady, they were there. They were getting hits, okay? When you get hits in games, things happen. 2,100. Jackson's going to be running out of this stuff. Like you see what happened last night with the Rams. Even though they got the pressure, Russell Wilson was able to escape. But Russell Wilson is Russell Wilson. He was able to find the open man when the coverage broke down. That's what makes him great. Jackson isn't that yet. That might be a problem. Pittsburgh's secondary is not that bad now. So, but at 2,100, hell, that's a hell of a shot in the dark. And that gets you some money. You might need that $400, $500, $600, right? All right, let's get ready to do players that bring the pain. Oh, yeah. McCaffrey, every single week, he's 8,700. You're going to have to get him in your lineup. He keeps putting these 40s up. Julio Jones, 7,700. Man, this dude going to ball out. Number 3, why not? Matt Ryan, 5,900. He's going to bring the pain for your lineups this week. You can play him in both cash and you can play him in tournaments. So sick. Your superheaters, get ready for the Teddy Bridge hot water. 5,200. Get them in your lineups. Come with me. Come to the dark side. The Saints will do it, even though I hate them. Teddy will win you money. Number 2, David Johnson, 7,500. People going up. People like David. David is heating up. That's why he's a superheater this week, right? We all seen what, Pittsburgh did last week. And it's just going to happen again. And David Johnson is David Johnson, all right? Number 3, he's been hot. He keeps getting the ball all the time. He got the ball a ton. Leonard Fournette, but this man needs a touchdown. He got me last week. He didn't get that touchdown. Dude, you need a touchdown. Get it, son. Get 2 of them. And win us money with your 6,400 while everybody's going up for the Kamaras and the Cooks. Although I will have a Cook in a lineup. Let's get over to players to watch. We got Andy Dalton, 5,700. Dude's just going to throw the ball. He had no time last week. The line is shit. But hey, they're at home. Maybe they play a little better. And Cardinals, they're not all that great. So, Andy could easily go over 300 yards, 2-3 touchdowns. Saying one of them is going to Tyler Eifert anyway. So, why not? All right. Marcus Mariota, 4,900. He's put out his best game and he's still 4,900. People tend to heat up. But this Josh Allen stuff in Buffalo is going to be a little weird. So if Josh Allen does not play, Tennessee's going to be able to take care of that Bills offense, which is going to be great for Derrick Henry owners and Marcus Mariota owners. Don't forget about Leonard Fournette, 6,400. Derrick Henry is 6,000. Aaron Jones, 5,900. If that mean Dallas team shows up, he's still going to get the ball, though. He's involved in the passing game. And I think Williams was out. Don't quote me on it, though. Jalen Samuels, 4,100. What the hell? Why? If this man's going to be taking snaps, I'm all in. And he was catching passes, by the way. David Montgomery, didn't mention him yet, 5,200. Denver's just weird, man. But, I really do think David Montgomery, what can you do, man? Austin Eckler and Melvin Gordon. This right here, I can't tell you enough. You could just flip a coin. They said they're going to be splitting carries. Right? Well, it doesn't matter who gets what and what gets why. I just don't like to be part of those split backfields. So until somebody comes out, I don't want no part of it. Stephon Diggs looks like he's going to play. 6,200 could be under the radar for you. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Adams is out. Rodgers chucks it to him anyway. So 5,600. DJ Moore, 5,200. We'll see what happens. He's up and down, wishy-washy. Nelson Aguilar did not have any kind of a game last week. He should have a game this week. Jackson is out. 4,700. That's a great price. Don't forget about Robbie Anderson. Philly does bleed in the secondary. 4,500. They'll be throwing a lot. I just don't know how much is going to really get to Robbie. Mohamed Sanu, 4,200. Austin Hooper, 4,500. Mark Andrews, 4,800. Auden Tate, 3,500. There's where you go, cheap at receiver. Everybody's going to be on him, but sometimes you have to do that with that 3,500. Match it with that, Steelers or that Eagles 3,700. You saved yourself a lot of money. Allen Robinson, always forgotten about, seems to come through, 5,600. Don't forget about Chase Daniels, 4,800. And Joe Flacco had one of his best games last week. Don't forget about Joe Flacco. I know he's playing the Chargers, but the Chargers tend to give it up sometimes, and they always play stupid. So, that being said, I think we're done for the day. I think we should just end it right now. I will post my lineups tomorrow when I take the picture, maybe tonight, so you'll be able to get to look at them. And I will make sure that you have the written form of everything I just read to you also under this link. So, good luck everybody on week 5 in both your daily fantasy leagues and your seasonal fantasy leagues, your pick'ems, your bets. Hey, if you want to hit me up for some bets, I've been hot as shit. Seriously. That is what I'm talking about. Yeah. In the in-game bets, I'm hitting second touchdown scorer, fourth touchdown scorer, scoring 2 more runs in the 9th inning last night. I'm getting it done. Throw me some hits up, man. Hit me up. I'll tell you what I'm doing at that time and what you should play. It don't always work out, but remember, I ain't going for no $1.08. Dude, I'm going for the 30, the 40, the 50s, and the 60s, the 100s. This is what I want. So with that being said, I want all of you to stay tuned tomorrow. Tomorrow is Bring the Pains 1 year anniversary. Got a little special one for you. I'll put it together tonight. And until we see you next week, always remember, may the points be with you. Ooh,